Hvala vam lijepa. Najprije još jednom pozdravljam svoga prijatelja, irskoga Tišoka, Lea Varadkara u njegovom prvom službenom posjetu Republici Hrvatskoj.
First of all, I would like to welcome again my dear friend Taoiseach Leo Varadkar in his first official visit to the Republic of Croatia.
Zajedno surađujemo u okviru Europskog vijeća već više od godinu dana, a ujedno se često susrećemo i na sastancima Europske pučke stranke, tako da dobro poznajemo što Irska i Hrvatska zajednički rade na europskom planu.
We meet quite often at the European Council meetings we have been meeting for a year now, but we also meet at the meetings of the European Party, and we both know very well what are the topics of the agenda.
Što se tiče Irske i Hrvatske, riječ je o dvijema zemljama koje imaju izrazito prijateljske odnose, čiji narodi gaje međusobne simpatije, čija je trgovinska razmjena preko 100 milijuna eura i zajednički smo danas utvrdili kako bi uz suradnju koja sada postoji u farmaceutskom, u IT sektoru, u suradnji naših aviokompanija, trebala biti još sadržajnija i veća.
Considering the relations between Ireland and Croatia, we can state that they are friendly, and the relations also between our peoples are very friendly and open. We have had almost 100 million euros of economic cooperation, and together in our conversation we discussed and realized that this cooperation could be taken further, although we already have cooperation in the fields of pharmaceuticals, IT, aircrafts, flight companies, but there can be more.
Ono što je po mom sudu izrazito važno za odnose Irske i Hrvatske je da u razdoblju koje je pred nama i jedni i drugi dobro znamo što su nam europski prioriteti. Za Hrvatsku, kao što sam upoznao premijera, to je prije svega predsjedanje Vijećem Europske unije koje dolazi 2020. po prvi put, pristupanje Schengenu i pristupanje eurozoni.
The topics that are important for Ireland and Croatia in the period which is in front of us, and I have acquainted Mr. Taoiseach with this, which is very well known in the European priorities for Croatia. This is the presidency, which will be our first one in 2020, and the entrance into the Schengen and Eurozone.
Ujedno za Hrvatsku je posebno važno u kontekstu pregovora o Brexitu i vrlo osjetljivim unutarnje političkim procesima u Ujedinjenoj Kraljevini dobro razumjeti sve zabrinutosti koje Irska ima s obzirom na specifičnost njenoga položaja i osobito granicu između Sjeverne Irske i Irske u kontekstu pregovora o ugovoru o povlačenju Ujedinjene Kraljevine iz Europske unije.
What is also very important for Croatia is within the Brexit negotiation is which is the very sensitive process, and for us it is important to understand the position of the Ireland, which is a specific one, especially when we talk about the border between the Northern Ireland, all within the exit agreement and the exit negotiations of the UK.
Stoga je za Hrvatsku važno da se pregovori o izlasku Ujedinjene Kraljevine iz Europske unije završe na način koji će odgovarati i načelnim pozicijama koje smo zauzeli na Europskom vijeću, a da pritom budu zadovoljeni i interesi Irske u tom procesu i da se ono što se gradilo proteklih 20 godina kroz takozvani Good Friday Agreement ne dovede u pitanje.
For Croatia, it is very important that these exit negotiations would be ended in a positive atmosphere, and that the interests of Ireland are justified in the whole process, because it is very important to keep what has been built in the last 20 years with the Good Friday Agreement.
Također, vrlo smo zadovoljni sa činjenicom da će 2020. Hrvatska i Irska imati dvije prijestolnice kulture. U Irskoj to će biti Galway, a u Hrvatskoj Rijeka. čime ćemo i u to vrijeme dodatno jačati na bilateralnoj suradnji između naših dviju zemalja.
We are also very satisfied with the fact that the year 2020 Ireland and Croatia will both have two cultural capitals. It will be Galway in Ireland and Rijeka in Croatia, which will further strengthen our bilateral cooperation.
I veselimo se naravno i dodatnom broju irskih turista u Hrvatskoj. 2017. godine bilo ih je oko 80.000. Nadamo se da će još više, pogotovo nakon nogometnog prvenstva, naših irskih prijatelja posjetiti Hrvatsku.
We are also looking for the number of the Irish tourists to increase. In 2017, there were around 80,000 Irish friends, and we believe that now, after the football cup, there will be more Irish friends coming to Croatia.
A naravno da smo govorili i o trendu koji objektivno postoji, a to je da jedan značajan broj naših sugrađana pronalazi temeljem slobode kretanja svoj posao i svoju ekonomsku budućnost u Irskoj, gdje u posljednje vrijeme se bilježi i povećani broj Hrvata koji su odlučili jedan dio svog života i posla obaviti u Irskoj, gdje su, koliko vidim, dobro došli i kvalitetno se snašli u Irskoj.
We also talked about the trend that is actually the significant number of Croatian citizens who are trying to find their future in Ireland, and this number has been increasing, as we know. And those Croatian citizens, they have decided to spend a part of their life to try to find a part of their future and career there, and as we can see, they're very welcome there.
Evo, drago mi je da je moj prijatelj Tišok Varadkar danas u Zagrebu i da će osjetiti atmosferu Hrvatske, potporu i prijateljstvo koje između naših zemalja postoji.
I'm very glad that my friend Tišok is here today in Zagreb, and will have the opportunity to feel the atmosphere of Croatia and the friendship which exists between our two countries.
First of all, good afternoon. I want to say how delighted I am to be here to meet Prime Minister Plenković, Andrej here in Zagreb. Not my first time to Croatia, but my first time to be here as Taoiseach. And while we know each other very well from European Council meetings and EPP meetings, it's our first time to meet bilaterally and spend a few hours together with our teams, which I think is going to be very useful. So thanks very much for the warm welcome.
Dobar dan. Sretan sam što sam danas ovdje, što se mogu sastati sa premijerom Plenkovićem, s mojim prijateljem Andrejom. Moram reći da ovo nije prvi put da sam ja u Hrvatskoj, međutim prvi put sam ovdje kao predsjednik Vlade, kao Taoiseach. Mi se znamo već od prije iz Europske pučke stranke, znamo se sa brojnih sastanaka. Jako mi je drago što sada smo imali vremena na jedan drugi način se susresti zajedno sa našim timovima.
I want, of course, on behalf of the Irish people in particular, to congratulate Croatia on your phenomenal performance in the World Cup. It's great to see small EU countries doing well, and as a country of 4.8 million people, it gives us enormous hope that maybe one day Ireland can make it to the final of the World Cup too. And I remember back in 1990 when we had a very successful World Cup, that it gave the country enormous self-confidence and self-belief, and I'm sure that's going to happen here and has really raised the profile, I think, of Croatia as a country around the world.
U ime svih Iraca čestitam na fenomenalnom uspjehu koji ste osvojili na svjetskom prvenstvu, i kada vidimo kako jedna mala zemlja od samo 4,8 milijuna ljudi je postigla takav ogroman uspjeh, onda to daje i nama nadu da bismo možda i mi jedan dan mogli biti tako uspješni u nogometu. Sjećam se 1990. Smo postigli nekakav sličan takav uspjeh i to puno znači. Ovo je podiglo jako puno profil Hrvatske u javnosti.
We also spoke about the weather, as people often do, and I discovered that this is one of the wettest summers that Croatia has had in quite some time. So in Ireland we're experiencing our driest summer and longest drought since 1976, so I'm pleased to have found out where the rain's gone. It's here in Croatia.
Razgovarali smo naravno i o vremenu, ljudi uglavnom razgovaraju o vremenu, pa sam onda doznao da je ovo jedno od najvlažnijih, kišovitijih ljeta u Hrvatskoj, za razliku od Irske gdje je Ove godine najsuše ljeto još od 1976. nismo zabilježili takve suše.
But you can see clearly now.
Also, of course, mention the fact that Croatia celebrates 25 years of independence last year, 5 years of EU membership and 10 years of NATO membership next year, and will host the EU presidency in 2020. We look forward to the Croatian presidency in 2020 and also Croatia's accession to the Eurozone and to Schengen as well.
Hrvatska je lani proslavila 25 godina neovisnosti, 5 godina od ulaska u Europsku uniju, 10 godina od pristupanja NATO-u, a 2020. predsjedavat ćete Vijećem Europe. Veselimo se jako puno o vašem predsjedavanju i isto tako ulasku u euro i schengensku zonu.
I think it's true to say that Ireland and Croatia have a very strong and very good bilateral relationship. We have a small but growing Croatian community in Ireland, Croatians who have decided to make their home in Ireland, and they're very well integrated and greatly valued and welcome in the country, and have been really excellent ambassadors to Croatia within Ireland. We have a lot of similarities, given that both countries had a long struggle for independence, a similar sized population, and also know the experience of migration with so many members of the Irish diaspora and now a growing Croatian diaspora around the world. And we also spoke about, I think, the need for much more bilateral cooperation between our countries, even beyond current issues facing the European Union. More tourists, obviously, from Ireland coming here, but also more trade, more investment and more cooperation among our universities and in education in particular.
Irska i Hrvatska imaju jako snažne, jako dobre odnose. U Irskoj postoji jedna manja zajednica hrvatskih građana koji su odlučili svoju sreću okušati u Irskoj. Oni su jako dobro integrirani u naše društvo, oni puno doprinose našem društvu i zasigurno su jako dobri veleposlanici Hrvatske u Irskoj. Mi smo zemlje koje imaju jako puno sličnosti, prošli smo jedni i drugi kroz borbe za neovisnost, imamo sličan broj stanovnika, jednako tako veliki broj migranata, odnosno dijasporu imamo jedni i drugi podjednakom broju. Zaključili smo da bi trebalo bilateralnu suradnju svakako još više izgraditi, unaprijediti, ne samo kada govorimo o turistima, već kada govorimo i o trgovini, o ulaganju, o sveučilišnim suradnjama sveučilišta također.
On Brexit, of course, we discussed the most recent developments, and I took the opportunity to extend Ireland's appreciation to the Prime Minister for the continued solidarity and understanding that Croatia has shown for Ireland's unique concerns when it comes to Brexit, particularly relating to Northern Ireland. And also we restated our support very much for European unity around this issue, our support for the work of Michel Barnier and his task force, and also the need to ensure that in the withdrawal agreement, that withdrawal agreement includes the Irish protocol, the protocol on Ireland and Northern Ireland. We both look forward to a deep and comprehensive new future relationship with the United Kingdom, but that could take many years to negotiate and finalise, which is why it's important that those particular concerns are dealt with in the withdrawal treaty.
Razgovarali smo svakako i o Brexitu, o tome kako se trenutno razvija situacija. Iskoristio sam ovu prigodu kako bih premijeru Plenkoviću rekao koliko Irska cijeni solidarnost koju Hrvatska i razumijevanje koje Hrvatska pruža Irskoj. Irska je naravno preokupirana situacijom oko Brexita, pogotovo vezano za Sjevernu Irsku, međutim jasno dajemo našu potporu jedinstvu na razini Europske unije. Svakako treba zajamčiti da će svi protokoli koji su do sada potpisani biti i dalje funkcionalni, posebno kada govorimo o odnosu Irske i Sjeverne Irske. Tu govorimo o sveobuhvatnim odnosima sa Velikom Britanijom koji će trebat će vremena, vrijeme će pokazati koliko će nam treba da ih dovršimo, međutim za sada smatramo da treba se pridržavati postojećih zakona.
Finally, we touched briefly, and we'll talk over lunch about the EU budget, the MFF, from 2020 onwards, and the need to boost growth and jobs, manage migration, strengthen security, and also tackle climate change. And while Ireland is now a net contributor to the EU budget, Croatia is still a net beneficiary. We're very much aligned on the importance of the common agricultural policy, making sure that's well funded and modernised, and also cohesion funds, European money to invest in infrastructure here in Croatia. Ireland benefited enormously from investment in our roads and other infrastructure using European funding, and we want to make sure that that cohesion funding is protected for the newer member states so that they can continue to build up their economies and bring prosperity and living standards in Central and Eastern Europe up to the same level as Western Europe.
Također smo razgovarali o proračunu Europske unije u okviru 2020. Dalje. Razgovarali smo i o migracijama, o potrebama zapošljavanja, o klimatskim promjenama. Irska je sada ta koja daje novac također u proračunu i znamo da je vrlo važno razvijati kohezijske fondove, odnosno kohezijske fondove koji se u Hrvatskoj koriste. Potrebno je, zalažemo se da se ti fondovi u Hrvatskoj koriste u ulaganja u ceste kako bi se i dalje gradilo gospodarstvo na području jugoistočne Europe.
So, thank you again, and as I say, it was a pleasure to meet with the President this morning, meeting the Speaker of Parliament later on, and thank you very much again for your very warm welcome here in Zagreb.
Puno hvala još jednom, bilo je zadovoljstvo biti danas popodne ovdje s vama.
Hvala vam, imamo vremena za dva vaša pitanja.
Two questions.
Taoiseach, first of all, what was your response to Dominic Raab's comments yesterday that the UK may refuse to pay the £39 billion that they have to as part of the withdrawal agreement? And secondly, did you get assurances from Prime Minister Plenković that if the UK leaves the EU without a deal and Ireland is legally obliged to put up a border, that Croatia will politically support Ireland if it refused to do so? And Prime Minister, you mentioned there that the Good Friday Agreement is very important to uphold. But if the UK crashes out of the EU, Ireland will be legally obliged to protect the single market. Will you support Ireland if it politically says that's something it cannot do?
Just to answer the question on the withdrawal agreement, we all know that when it comes to the withdrawal agreement, nothing's agreed until everything is agreed, and that must, of course, cover the issue of citizens' rights, including Croatian people living in the United Kingdom, protecting their rights, also the financial settlement and the issues that are very particular to Ireland. The settlement which the UK has agreed to in principle, bear in mind our obligations and commitments that they've already made, I think any country seeking to make treaties and agreements into the future and seeking to make international treaties into the future will want to honour those obligations.
And just did you get political assurances from the Prime Minister that Ireland will be supported if it's legally obliged to put up a border in the event of a no-deal Brexit?
Yeah, well, we actually didn't discuss that in any detail, but I think everyone understands Ireland's position when it comes to there not being a physical border, a hard border between north and south. It's just something that we cannot contemplate, and I think there's a real understanding from every member state that we need to avoid that, first of all through the withdrawal treaty and then through the final relationship.
Ja ću odgovoriti na hrvatskom. Hoćete vi prvo prevesti, gospodine, ili ne?
Pa ja mislim da
ne treba, dobro.
Bilo
okay. Budući da vi niste imali prigodu slušati naše stavove o Brexitu.
Since you didn't have a chance to listen to our opinions on Brexit,
moje stajalište bilo već nekoliko godina još od prve najave da će uopće biti referendum, da je to riskantna odluka koja može dovesti do neželjenog scenarija i to se dogodilo.
It was always my position, even before the announcement of the referendum, that this was a risky business, and so it happened.
I to je za mene jedna lose situacija za one koji su ga pokrenuli.
for me it is a lose-lose-lose situation.
Luz za onoga koji je inicirao, to je bivši britanski premijer kojega više niti je premijer, niti je akter.
Lose for for the one who initiated the whole process, ex-UK Prime Minister, who is no longer a Prime Minister, not even an actor.
To je luz situacija za Ujedinjenu Kraljevinu, jer što više detalja saznaju, to vide da su bili izmanipulirani u jednoj kampanji dezinformacija od strane populista koje sam gledao iz prvog reda u Europskom parlamentu i s kojima se duboko ne slažem niti sa načinom djelovanja, a kamoli sa sadržajem onoga što govore. Čak su i nama dolazili u naš referendum solit pamet, da tako kažem. Mislim na Faragea, da nema nekih dilema na koga mislim.
It is a lose for the UK because the more details are coming up, the more they realize how manipulated they were by a campaign which was led by populists, which I had a chance to look at them from the first row in the European Parliament, and I deeply disagree with everything they stand for, and they even dare to come. They wanted to mingle with our referendum here, and now when I talk about Mr. Farage.
Ja sam tad bio jedini hrvatski političar koji je išao u javnu debatu s njime ovdje u Hrvatskoj. To je bilo 2011.
In 2011, I was the only Croatian politician who actually got into an open debate with him.
I luz situacija konačnici za cijeli europski projekt, jer se praktički sada 2 godine bavimo sa tom temom, a Irska kao zemlja koju se to u određenom smislu skoro pa najviše tiče u konkretnom životu, sada ima ovu temu kao ključnu političku temu na dnevnom redu.
And finally, it's a lose situation for the whole European project because we have been doing nothing more but talking about this situation for the last 2 years, and definitely Ireland has been most inflicted by this situation due to its position.
Naša je pozicija da u ovom procesu koji je pred nama moramo dogovoriti ugovor o povlačenju Ujedinjene Kraljevine i dobiti jasne konture budućega ugovornog odnosa i uopće statusa odnosa s Ujedinjenom Kraljevinom.
Our position is that within this process that we are now, we have to have a very clear position of the withdrawal agreement and the status of the situation within this agreement.
No. The state of play within the future relationship between the EU and UK. Hrvatska će naravno podržati Irsku u njenim nastojanjima, imajući na umu da budući režim na granici između Ujedinjene Kraljevine, dakle Sjeverne Irske i Irske, bude takav da se zaštite, kao što je naš glavni pregovarač Barnier rekao, minimalno osobito oni aspekti koji se odnose na sigurnost hrane, fitosanitarne mjere, sigurnost zdravstva, jer upravo taj jedan postupni tehnički pristup mislim da može najmanje dovesti u pitanje ono što budući ugovorni odnosi budu nalagali.
Croatia will support Ireland in this future regime of when we talk about border between the Northern Ireland and Ireland, and the perfect situation would be to secure the minimal aspects of security of food, health, sanitary aspects. This is a technical approach which will provoke less damage.
Naš je cilj da budući režim ne dovede do bilo kakve političke destabilizacije u Sjevernoj Irskoj. I tu se zajedno sa premijerom slažemo.
It is our goal that the future regime provokes no political destabilization in Ireland, and this is where Mr. Taoiseach and I agree on.
Recite, ako smijem pitati, recimo, predsjednik Trump najavio taj trgovački rat. Kako bi to utjecalo na Europsku uniju i na Hrvatsku, ako dođe do toga?
President Trump is calling for the trade war. How would this affect Croatia and the European Union if it comes to it?
Pitate mene ili premijera? Mene. Što se tiče odnosa između SAD-a i Europske unije, znate da će predsjednik komisije Juncker ići u Washington, da smo u proteklih nekoliko mjeseci imali više rasprava o trgovinskim odnosima između EU i SAD-a. Naš je cilj da se poštuju međunarodni ugovori, da se poštuje multilateralni sustav trgovine koji ide kroz Svjetsku trgovinsku organizaciju i da ne dolazi do jednostranih uvođenja carina koje bi bitno mogle utjecati na izvoz i na prisutnost, pa u konačnici i na cijenu europskih proizvoda na američkom tržištu, jer na taj način mislim da ćemo imati štete jedni i drugi.
Regarding the USA and EU relations, Mr. Juncker is going to Washington very soon now, and last month we have been discussing the trade relations in respect with the there should be respect for international agreements and the World Trade Organization, and we stand for no customs tariff which would increase the prices of European products on the US market.